You know, starting a business does not always go according to plan. You see this building right here. This is an event center that I opened up right before the pandemic. Awful timing, but I gotta tell you, I've learned some things, especially with what we're heading into with 2024. And in many ways, it's never been easy to start a business as long as you're starting the right one. Check this out.
One shot, now the future before. Let's go.
I gotta tell you, starting a business might be a little bit overrated, because in today's world with AI and technology, there are some businesses that are more like part-time side gigs that you don't need tons of employees and you don't need a storefront. You kind of need the internet, working from home, and with just a couple hours a day, I got some people making a whole lot more money than they do at a normal job. They're making more money than traditional business owners, and it's all about the new guide to how you do business in 2024. First of all, let's talk about the number one complaint I get from people that are considering opening a business. Krohn, it's risky. I'm gonna put up money, I'm gonna put up time and effort, and then in the end, it's not only gonna not work out, but I'm gonna wish I could have gotten some of this back. Or worse, maybe you're not even starting with money, and you're like, man, starting a new business in any year, that's gonna be risky. Is 2024 an exception? And the answer is no, it's not. But I do think that people get into the wrong kind of business. They think that they want these storefronts and they need these websites and they have to have all these employees and they need all this investment capital. I'm like, you know what? There are way simpler ways of approaching business after you've been through all that and you've learned the easier way of doing it. Bottom line is, where there's risk, there is opportunity. And 2024's opportunities come in the form of ever increasing online goods and services and the emergence of new technologies. And while that's scary for some people, let's be honest. All those things do is make life easier, make business easier, so that you get to compress and save a whole lot more time, and at the same time, making more money. Now, in this video, I am going to share with you one of my favorite side hustle businesses because it's so simple, and I love simple. But for you to really get it, there's three basic business building components that I want you to understand. You need to understand that every business is selling some type of product or service. It's going to need leads, like a pool of people that you can talk to potentially buy your service. And then you got to have some marketing. You have a way of getting out there into a marketplace to pull potential prospects. And after you understand these three in more detail, let me show you how to weave them together into a really stupid, simple business. All right, so let's get started with the basics, right? Obviously, you're going to be marketing a product or a service, and any good business, it starts with a quality product or service. A product in 2024, whether it be a good or service, needs to be innovative, scalable, it needs to have simple inherent value, and it's easier than ever before to research and find market needs with tools such as AI and social media. What is it that people really want? And at the end of the video, when I show you what I'm offering people, they've actually defined exactly what they want. I'm just giving it to them and they're paying me to do that. You know, people always get caught up on the product or the service thinking, my business will be very successful if I have a quality product. But I can tell you a little secret, that's not true. There's a number of companies that have actually suboptimal products that make way more money than the quality products. And that is because they've solved for the game of leads. Finding quality leads is necessary for any business. Think about it this way. Whatever the business is, if you had one lead to sell, one prospect, one person that might want to buy it versus 100,000, which scenario would you rather have? Hello, scenario B, I want the endless leads game. Lead generation tools like UpLead, HubSpot, and Visual Visitor all offer easy ways to generate leads. And leads are really at the heart of your business, and they're going to be a key to really generating revenue. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to be sharing my favorite side hustle at the end of this, because the leads are pretty dang near endless, and the amount of money that you make on them, man, it's a trade that makes way more sense than working a W-2 job any day of the week. And of course, marketing is one of these things that evolves. Like, I remember when I was a kid growing up, my dad's business was run on this thing called the Yellow Pages. It was this weird, big, fat book that everyone got delivered to their house that had all of the businesses. And that was like a manual version of the internet. Well, today in 2023 and 2024, it's all about influencer marketing, mobile optimization, push notifications, social commerce, and email marketing. Like, this is how marketing happens in today's world. And I think it's important to understand that because there's a lot of people that get these business ideas and they're still defaulting to archaic methods like, I'm gonna put flyers like on your car, and I'm gonna go door to door, and you know, I'm gonna put something in the mail for you. And I'm not saying that those methods don't work. They're just really archaic compared to some of the more effective methods of marketing today. It's going to be important for brands to optimize their mobile status, hone their SEO efforts to win in future snippets, and purchasing ad space has never been easier on social media sites such as Facebook and TikTok. In fact, the side hustle I'm about to show you is all about finding out what people want and then generating some online ads to generate all the interest and then hand it off to companies where you basically just get paid to generate leads. What's cool about that business is you can apply it to all types of commerce, and there's really, really good money to make for only working a little bit of time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jam on some of the ways to get started, and really I'm just gonna share with you my favorite hustle right now. Check it out. One of my favorite hustles has to do with producing leads for companies. And I want you to think about this for a moment. There are companies out there that already exist and they've already developed their products and services and their systems, but you know what they want? They want more leads, and they will pay you for those leads. So what I like to do is I like to generate those leads online, and it takes very little effort from me based on what I'm about to show you. Hundreds of local companies are basically searching for quality leads right there in your area. And you can create an ad on social media platforms for niche businesses. I show you how to do this. I show you how to actually have it done for you. It's pretty cool, but this is an example of one right now that has made some crazy good money. I want you to notice the name Kris Krohn. This is my brother that I have done this with to a very large tune. Hey Utah, looking for an amazing way to spend time outside with your family? I'm the owner of Apex Services Pros. I'm giving away $500 vouchers for a new outdoor deck. And basically what he did with this particular ad is he posted online and basically would generate leads for dollars, and then companies would go in literally, and if they could sell the job, they would pay him $500 or $1,000. Now just pause for a moment. You're like, wait, Kris, this is going over my head. I don't know how to generate these leads online. I don't know how to do that. I've got a training in my link below that will show you how to do this. I'm just giving you the overview because I want you to understand in these last couple of minutes how powerful this is. It's all about converting these leads into money, and you don't have to do it. You see, once you start generating leads, it's time to literally put them in contact with the business owner that deals in that space. And you hand them a couple of leads, and you hand their competitor a couple of leads, and you say, hey, try these leads out. And they're the professionals. They work the leads, they convert the leads, and all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And they're going to create a relationship with you saying, hey, can we pay you to do this for us? Or can we pay you every time a job is sold? This is something, by the way, that is done over text. It's done over phone calls. I've helped people, for example, turn 87 cents into $700 literally just by connecting a lead to the owner of a company that sold that person. Do you see how simple this is? Like, once I show you how to start generating these leads for different companies, and then you start handing them some of those leads for a test drive, if they like the product, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna create an arrangement. And then this is a very passive business. It takes very little time from you. You basically have the machine just spinning out leads to all these different people, but as they do business, you get paid. It's a really simple business. And let me tell you my favorite part of owning a side hustle or a business. I believe that if you want something done right, you shouldn't do it yourself. It's your job to start the party, but guess what? When you're making money, what should you do? Whatever little bit you were doing, pay somebody else to do that. It's this philosophy of having someone else do the work. If you want it done right, don't do it yourself. That paid off for me in real estate. It's paid off for me in my last 100 businesses. You see, once you're bringing in the leads, you're making deals, and you're getting paid, the little bit that you're doing, even if it's just 1 or 2 hours a day, take some of the profit, take 20%, pay it to somebody else and say, now I want you to do it. I get what you're thinking, but Kris, I just walked away from 20% of the money. What you really did was you walked away from 100% of the work. You freed up all your bandwidth now to go another side hustle. Maybe you're gonna expand this side hustle. Maybe you're gonna invest in real estate with me. This is ultimately designed to free you up because when you have money and you have time, you're now truly financially free. Check it out. I call it 7-figure hustle. It means that you can spend a little bit of time working from home. You can do this as a side gig. You can do it as a side job. You can use it to literally replace your job. All you're doing is generating leads, handing them off, let someone else do the work. You're the one getting paid. This is the ultimate business. It meets all of my requirements for the least time, least effort, least risk, and making the most money. And if you want to learn more about it, click the link below. Let me give you access to the training and actually show you exactly how it works so you can start doing it too. Kris, didn't I see that you were doing something similar to this, but for real estate? Like, generating leads for finding really good deals, it's the same technique applied in a different industry. And if you want to know what it looks like for real estate, it's super fun, it's super lucrative, and this video right here will show you how I make all of that money in real estate.